Hello, Rosie here.
And Trish.
And welcome back to Let's Talk EA. So last week, kind of a big one. We talked about some of the important elements that should be included in the environmental assessment process. But I kind of wanted to go back and discuss one element in particular, that of public participation. And that one's kind of a personal one. It's the motivation for this very web series. I have concerns about the environment, and I would like to be able to participate in the decision-making on the environment, but I have many barriers. For example, I don't feel like an expert. I mean, I'm by no means an expert. I'm just learning about it. So what can I actually contribute to environmental assessment?
That is a great question. Your voice is valuable. So there are a lot of experts who do studies, who understand the nuances of fish migration. I study public participation, but we don't know everything. And certainly one of the things we don't know is how you use your space. You have a lot of information. You're a different age, you've lived in a different area than I have, and you have different concerns. And so even just showing up and letting people know what your concerns are about a project is really important to an environmental assessment.
So there is a place for me to have a voice in this process, but how do I even start to participate?
So a key element of effective environmental assessment is to make sure that you have access to information and that the decision making is transparent. But one of the things I'm finding out is that you may have access to all of the environmental assessment documents, but they're not written in a way that are accessible to you. And so that's one of the things I'm struggling with is how should we better communicate information so that you can get involved and you know how and when to get involved.
Well, what if we made that into our action item for this week? How about this week we start the conversation with the hashtag Let's Talk EA and talk about how we want this information to be communicated to us.
And that's something that you've been teaching me a lot about. I certainly would never be in videos, and I have never really used Twitter before, but I do understand that your generation processes information differently, and so it has to be packaged in a way that it's accessible to you. So I'm looking forward to this discussion.
Awesome. Well, let's end it there for this week, but tune in next time and let's talk EA.
Drop the mic.